Well, hello, I'm Valeria와.
My name is Belantic. I'm a fashion designer, and for 3 years now I've been extremely involved into Jostopkorps identity and design.
Well, we are very well. Actually, we are still working. So now we are like back in the office.
I just started to work on the new collection.
Exactly. And I returned and I got beautiful pictures from Uroš yesterday, like I received over the phone. And I don't know, we, both of us with Uroš, we just think of Seoul so many times because we really love that city. I just really fell in love with Seoul. I would go to live in a big city again. Probably I would choose Seoul as a base for a couple of years. Yeah, you go.
It's a creative base of Jostopkorps.
If you like traveling, you should definitely visit. We take you to mountains, you can come here. So the time where there were lockdowns and shutdowns, we would just stay in apartments and we would dream and we would be developing ideas and we would be discussing with other creative people like our photographer, videographer, what are the ideas, what we want to do. But so far we've been actually really lucky, and at least within our company and our production we had no health issues, no one got COVID. So we are really lucky and grateful, and it's been very fruitful period for Jostopkorps, to be honest.
First of all, the junior collection was planned. We were planning it for a long time, and it was constantly postponed because of the development issues with all the work that has to be done for our main line. It felt the right time to push and come out this autumn, and we are really happy for the feedback we received, and hopefully it will become our signature mark as well, alongside with the main line.
Yeah, because I think people were waiting for it for a long time. I mean, we would receive many DMs and questions from parents asking their little girls are checking online, big girls, and will we ever make something for kids? And we were getting this in for a while since we started the brand. So we just felt right to do it, in much smaller section and selection. And it was so enjoyable to work with kids. They have such an amazing spirit,
Yeah, it was really fun to do all the fittings
Yeah.
with the little girls on the ballet classes, and the shooting was really fun with the kids.
Yeah.
And concerning the Starheart collection, it was a really long process. We started just after the release of our last collection, the pre-Raphaelite collection that was in May. And we've been steadily working for 6 months on it. So we felt very excited about releasing it.
Yeah. Because it's a whole dream world that we went into with the Starheart. I'll let designers speaking.
Difficult to point out one design, or because somehow every design that we develop, we try to consider it as a very special design. Of course, there are some classics now that are around for a few years, so maybe people got used to them more. But yeah, I mean, we try to come up with different ideas, not starting from the same starting point always, to have a certain richness of the collection and richness of styles. Valeria's favorite is Space Racer as well, as you can see, so I guess you're not the only one. Madeleine Vionnet, Madame Gray, and Halston. Maybe you're not so familiar with these names.
But you should Google it.
Yeah, these are... I wouldn't want to go too deep into it, so everyone should just she's probably one of the most revolutionary designers from the beginning of the century. This is one of my absolute favorites. I believe I have all the books of hers. One of my favorites.
I'll bring something else.
And then another one that is my absolutely favorite is Madame Gray. It's actually one of our styles. It's inspired by her work. So she's been a master in draping. Draped leotards are inspired by her work.
I think not many people are aware, Uroš used to work in the fashion industry as a designer, internationally for brands. And what I wanted to show, it's actually his portfolio that actually has nothing to do with, let's say, leotards or whatever. It's work you would do. It's a lot of tailoring and drapes. You see, it's
Valeria.
This kind of dresses. Yeah, it's me 10 years ago, but it's very different from what we would be doing right now. But still, the craft and the skill, it actually comes from this kind of work. And that's why we work so much on the fittings, and that's why you can develop designs as let's say, gray leotards. It came from more ends, in French, juste au corps would mean leotard, or actually in literal translation, it means tight to the body. So we placed an English twist on that phrase, on that word. So we kind of spaced it out, and we came out with just a corpse. Just a corpse. Actually, I heard how Koreans pronounce it. I kind of liked it. Can you say how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just a corpse.
English classic. As I told you before, I'm a big fan of dancing and ballet in general. So through my work as a fashion designer, I started to be involved with costumes for ballet. And I've been doing that here and then as much as my time allowed me to work on that. And then I had an offer to work on the costumes for a ballet in San Francisco. One of the best ballet companies on our planet is in San Francisco. So it was quite an inspiring endeavor for me. And the way we started to develop the costumes, I realized that there are not so many interesting, there's not much interesting ballet wear around, and there is an opportunity to develop something new and inspiring for the dancers, and to merge not only dancewear, but to merge dancewear with fashion wear and casual wear, and this seemed like an interesting idea.
His normal work would be something more of a flu and tailoring, so it was a challenge in a way for Uroš to do something like that body aware or that tight to body. And he came out with this very interesting print of draped clothing on the leotards. Yeah, and just the way we approached these costumes, and once the dancers got to wear it, they were completely blown away. I remember they were oh my God, what is this fabric? This feels so amazing. We never had something like this on our body. So, from there, we were oh wow, there might be something interesting. But when we got back home, our friends seen these costumes and they wanted to wear it. They were I want to wear it with jeans, you know, like, would you do something? So basically we started developing a line of leotards that supposed to be something as of, let's say, gift for our friends, or like a, you know, small something.
I was just doing the cleaning and I found these were some first sketches of the draped leotards that I did. This is already, what, 3 years old?
Yeah. Do you have like any of the prints, like the first prints?
I don't have them here, but
Yeah.
maybe next time.
Maybe next time anyway. I don't know, like for me, it's like very difficult because I mean, I guess for both of us, maybe if I would need to, then it's like a space racer, because it's, but then there is like all the draped leotards that I love. I wear them a lot, like just daily.
No, me, I cannot answer. It's like asking
Which kid do you like more?
Which kid do you like more? You cannot say that.
It's like wow, many processes, a long process. Uroš would come out with an idea or like something he was thinking of, and then this would be like bouncing back and forth between the two of us, then our like photographer, and there is always kind of like a universe, no, that starts like building up, and then there is like a technical part, how to actually produce, like execute the vision you have in your head, but how you make great idea come to life, like how you materialize this vision. I think this is actually the part that it's
challenging, the most challenging.
That it's the most challenging.
How to come close to people, and I think through imagination and creativity, it's a good way how to connect with people. When we're locked down in our apartments, I think this is the window to, you know, to the creativity helps us to connect with different things.
One day you wake up and you're like, oh, there is an idea. It's more absorbing the surroundings, like on daily basis. You know, you might walk the street and see something inspiring, whether a color or a texture or someone having certain style, or, you know, hearing certain sounds, or like going to nature, or, you know, it can come from anywhere really.
Most important answer to this would be to this constant to constantly evolve. So it's a constant change and constant search for I mean, I believe this is the heart of fashion, to be always in
search. You're like seeking
in a dialogue with the world, you know, and how you're able to communicate your vision with what's going on the world. This issue is very important issue for every individual and company today. For example, me, I'm a vegetarian for 25 years. I'm a big supporter of vegan culture, although I'm not a vegan myself. But most of all, I must say that I've been in the fashion industry for working intensively for 10 years in Paris, and I've seen how this industry works, and I really didn't like and don't support this system of overproducing the clothing in the third countries, you know. So the idea of Jostorkorps started on this concept of developing and producing clothing locally within a very closed social environment, meaning that we know for every sewing lady, so Jostorkorps produces just as much as we sell. So there's not an overproduction of our leotards on the market. And this is the most important, I think, aspect of our ecological contribution.
Yeah.
Very privileged that people in Korea welcomed us so warmly. So already this is amazing.
Yeah,
and
like thank you to all Korean fans.
There's not much else that you can wish for.
No, actually, I have a wish.
You have, okay.
Yeah, I would want for just a corpse, like to be in some big K-pop production video. 50 people, you know, like all in leotards, like dancing some crazy choreography and having like great singer and like something like that, actually. Like I would like, I don't know, like just fly to Seoul right away. No, honestly, you guys are so supportive and like so amazing, and I have like so much love for our Korean fans and like for Korea in general. I mean, I only seen Seoul, but at the same time, I heard you guys have amazing mountains as well to ski, and maybe we do this like on our next trip because like we both love skiing, we both love nature, and I heard there is like in Korea there are some beautiful spots.
Much and
have a beautiful day and
stay healthy for that's the most important. I think.
Love to everyone.
Bye.
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
Yeah, that's perfect. 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
Yes. 안녕하세요.